my name is João Müller. I'm the guy with the SDG tattoos. I am an Arctic environmental engineer and my masters are in sustainable cities. Well, I'm sitting today in our office for a new company, Bornholm or Bæredygtighed. Bornholm is the name of this island we are located at, and Bæredygtighed means sustainability in Danish. And that's what we work with. We want Bornholm that have a lot of different goals about sustainability to reach those goals. And we want to help. How we want to help is by doing different small events during the year. And the biggest activity will happen twice a year, so once per semester. And it will be a big case competition. A competition that will take about 3 months from start to end. And will be part of the participants will be about 60 to 100 students and young developers. They will use some of their time to come with new ideas for those challenges that Bornholm has, and then they will give us the answers. We will of course be helping them during the whole process. We're providing them the newest information, the best state of art to get the best ideas. From those ideas, the three best teams, with the three best ideas will come to Bornholm, stay here for a weekend, everything paid, the transportation, the place to stay and the food. And they will present then, after they finish the project, they will present a pitch to whoever is working with us. It's either a company or the municipality. And then we will decide the first, second and third place and give some money prize. Well, I'm really happy to be here at Peach Green because I already have some partners, amazing partners that do a great job. Some of them there were organizations that I was part of while studying and living in Copenhagen as SDG student ambassadors, also talking with sustainability influencers. We have the UN Young Association, amazing people, and Sustainable Beings, also great, and there's a lot more. And we are working with student organizations to be the participants for those case competitions, because those are the people more passionate about sustainability. They are the ones that I really want to work with. So that's the first partnerships that I would like to ask you guys. If you are part of a student organization, you have my email and the name of the website where there's more information. Contact me and I would love to have more people on board. Now, if you are from Bornholm, you have a company here, also call me because we will be listening for you, hearing if you have some challenges for us. And of course, if you like the idea and think you can help us do a better project, with more impact, also contact me. My email is jm-bornholmb.dk and the website is bornholmb.dk. Now, one last thing is if you want to invest some money and you trust in the newer generations, in young people, young developers, so we would like to get the money prize for those people participating. By now, I'm trying to get at least 40,000 Danish crowns, 20,000 for the first, 10,000 for the second, and 10,000 for the third place of those teams that will be working. So if you believe in innovation and believe in us, I would love to get some help. Thank you very much for letting me participate today with you guys. We are having our inauguration day with a panel debate here in Bornholm. and I hope you guys are having a good time there as well. Thank you very much. Bye.
Imagine a world where there is no poverty or hunger. A world where every person has access to education and portable water. Imagine a world where we live in sustainable cities where marine and land life are respected. This is the world that is envisioned in Agenda 2030. Today, thousands of NGOs and millions of people around the world are working tirelessly towards accomplishing the outcomes of each and every element of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Each committed group is making valuable contributions to their communities and the well-being of the entire planet, but most of them are working independently and with little to no cooperation. What if there was a way to unite all NGOs working inside of each of the 17 goals through a community where everyone can collaborate, innovate, and network to achieve a sustainable world? What if we could bring everyone together under one canopy? We are Canopy Lab.
Canopy Lab is a research-based social e-learning platform for developing competences through individualized and adaptive learning experiences. It is designed with an integrated social network structure to enhance collaborative learning built on strong learning principles. We have built a hub for hundreds of NGOs to connect with young learners. The platform is free of charge and designed for NGOs and youth to help push forward the 2030 agenda together through informal learning experiences. We are passionate educators and technologists committed to everyone having comprehensive lifelong learning experiences.
I want to tell you about the amazing work that we are doing in the lab with more than 80 NGO partners worldwide. Together, we have collaborated in creating over 200 courses on topics such as sustainability, human rights, mental health, sexual and reproductive rights. And all of these courses are available for free for our more than 90,000 individual users worldwide. For example, in partnership with Care Peru and the Maternity Foundation, we are delivering courses on women's health issues and human rights to thousands of girls and young women around the globe. Fundación Uraku, Handy Up Global, and Project ARC are some of our recent partners, and they have created courses on entrepreneurship for African immigrants, project-based learning for teachers, and bee protection with sustainable agriculture. This is how diverse our platform is. The potential is huge, and we want to become this place where everything happens, where all of the NGOs can share their knowledge, experiences, and expertise, and thus collaborate in becoming better and in creating a better world. We want to work closely together with you. When you become our partner, we provide you with our software, our technological and our pedagogical support. And then your NGO creates your own courses based on your own missions and values, all aligned with Agenda 2030.
The nations of the world created Agenda 2030 not simply as aspirational rhetoric. They placed their faith and their trust in the thousands of committed workers toiling tirelessly in local NGOs, in government, and in the private sector to find ways to collaborate and to optimize their work into collective action. There are now fewer than 10 years to get this done, but to achieve the necessary breakthrough, we have to act as one united front. We believe in the collective brilliance of everyone, of bringing committed people together under one platform to learn, to share, to collaborate, and to act. As Buckminster Fuller said, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. We propose a global strategy wherein each SDG channel has an NGO hub, an investor sponsor, and an action group. These channel sponsors are already working on local, national, and global issues such as sustainability, maternal and child health, climate change, sanitation, as well as ending hunger and poverty. In far too many cases, however, they're working independently and separately. Imagine a single platform for collaborative forums on issues, answers to questions, insights and challenges, as well as up-to-date information, education, and action on the world's most pressing issues. Canopy Lab uniquely is positioned to be this unifying platform. In 5 years, we want to be able to say, yes, we are on track to Agenda 2030.
We're asking for NGO partners to be content creators. We're also looking for serious investors to become our channel sponsors. A channel represents a specific area of focus in the lab, which is home to courses, collaborations, information, action, and resolution regarding the issues and challenges identified in the Agenda 2030 within that channel. We're creating channels for every SDG. Sponsors represent the shared ethics, values, and outcomes associated with that channel. Sponsors gain recognition of stewardship for achieving the outcomes of that channel. We are recruiting our first, second, and third tier channel sponsors. Sponsorship tiers are determined by the level of investment. If you're interested, we have a lot to discuss. Please join us in the Canopy Lab, a unique global learning community that is committed to delivering the future of learning today.
Refugee children displaced across borders face particular challenge, including education.
For many of us, education feeds curious mind and help us discover our life passion. For refugees, it is all of that and more. It is the surest road to recovering a sense of purpose and dignity after the trauma of displacement. We, as emergency architecture and human rights, strongly believe in the value of education and knowledge for the creation of resilient and sustainable community.
Since 2017, we have partnered with relevant local actors for realization of education facility for refugee children in the Middle East, resulting in the construction of 1 classroom in Zatari village and 1 school facility consisting of 5 classrooms in Azraq village in Jordan for refugee children. We believe that many small changes build up to the next big thing, and our mission is to enable this change.
In 2020, we are making our commitment even bigger, working toward a global approach, providing access to safe, inclusive, and effective learning education facility, with our campaign 100 Classroom for Refugee Children. We point to unlock the process of education for pupils by constructing suitable education facilities for recognized local organizations running educational programs. In line with the SDG number 4, we work to build and upgrade education facilities that are child, disability, and gender sensitive and provide safe, non-violent, and inclusive and effective learning environment for all.
If well planned and accessible, education facilities will contribute in reinforcing the quality of a learning process, as well contributing to the children's health and well-being. The design of every education facility is the result of a co-creative design process together with the local organization, the community member, and the children, who will be the first and main user. We validate and value children's perspective on issues at stake to implement the project in ways that meet their needs. Together, we work a design which is suitable for their needs and respond to their dreams and wills. It is of the utmost importance for us that the construction of education facilities is constructed by and for the locals. Through a capacity building approach, we train the local community member in suitable construction technique that will leave them to perform the construction and lead the site.
Our mission is to improve quality of life by generating social, economic, and environmental improvement through architecture and social interaction, to increase resilience by using local material and techniques, as well as cultural and co-creative process, to defend human rights by advocating for vulnerable community, local organization, and government.
We focus our effort on community and their built environment to take societal issue. We operate in accordance with the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals.
Education is not a commodity for sale to those who can afford them, but basic human rights to which are all entitled. But that cannot be solved by a single organization. This requires active participation. We have to work together, and just together we can solve the challenge of our times. We can increase equality and foster human rights.
We belong to each other. We stand together or we fall apart.
Hello, my name is Jafar, founder and CEO of IPM. IPM started in 2014 with the vision of changing the way we measure chemicals in drinking water. The main need for such a concept comes from the market need and the way the water quality is being monitored to date. As some of you might know, contamination cases keep appearing and they are rapidly featured in the Danish media. The most famous one is the case of Lilleøy, where the people woke up in the morning hearing that they should not drink from the tap water or even brush their teeth with the tap water because a dangerous pesticide was found. Instead, the local government provides central tanks for them, and the citizen had to fetch their water from these tanks for 3 months. Regulatory authorities such as the EU are now insisting that drinking water is monitored for pesticides. Municipalities and waterworks are already monitoring for pesticides. However, it is a manual process where the water is sampled and measured a few times a year. The manually collected samples are transported to centralized laboratory where they are analyzed and final results are sent to waterworks so they can proceed with an action. This process can take up to 10 days in which the water production is ongoing. So if there is a contamination case, the waterwork will probably know very late, both due to the infrequent number of measurements a year and the long process for sample analysis. We have been working on developing an automated sensing platform that can be installed in the field on an install and forget premise. The platform can measure different chemicals such as pesticides continuously and on the spot, and upload the results to a cloud-based solution and work as an early warning system. During the development of the sensor platform, we teamed up with a Norwegian company, HoodHeroes, that is known for providing cloud services and communication with field devices. They provide the data logger and the web solution for user to control the sensor platform, which we called COPS. Our system has several advantages, such as low cost, no time delay, it's a real-time monitoring, on-site and controlled remotely. It serves as an early warning system. It has a solid-state principle. It means our sensor does not include any liquids inside, which reduces the maintenance and increase robustness. We have different market segments, but mainly we focus on waterworks and government, for instance, municipalities. These charts compare what the customer is spending today to what they will be spending if they invest in cups. The calculation have been made on an actual number from a medium-sized waterwork that samples only 16 times a year and uses the lab services. It can be seen that in the first year, the waterwork will spend a bit higher on the cup system, but they will own the device and they will get their investment back already from the second year. After 5 years, this specific waterwork will have a saving of 26,000 euro. We mainly focuses on the EU market and the US market. We have estimated the addressable market share for the EU around 30,000 well, which is translated into 225 million euro over the course of 5 years. We will launch the product in the US market in year 2025 with estimated addressable market of 300,000 wells, translated into 2.2 billion euro over the course of 10 years. We have different sales packages that we are working on at the moment depending on the waterwork size. The main model is the purchase of the system and then a small maintenance fee for them to purchase the measuring sensor cartridge, which could be once a year. The other model is leasing the device for the waterworks, and then they can access the data for free, and we will be responsible for the initial installation and the maintenance of the device. The last model that we are studying is the data that is being collected through this mesh of devices, which can be used by researchers that conduct studies on water contamination. This model needs more investigation to ensure customer confidentiality. Looking at the revenue over the course of 5 years, and only depending on direct sales, we are estimating to sell around 500 units in year 2021, with a total profit of 1 million euro and a profit of 45 million euro in year 2025. This jump in year 2025 is due to our plan to access the US market, which is 10 times as big as the EU market, and there is a high willingness to pay for water measuring instruments. Regarding competition, there are many companies that are creating water sensors, but none of them offer sensors for pesticides and toxic chemicals. All listed companies develop sensors to measure parameters such as pH and temperature, and some ions such as nitrate, but they do not offer sensors for toxic chemicals. Briefly about IPM, we started back in 2014. We have landed several grants since then, which helped us build the product. Currently, we are at the final lab test stage for different pesticides and nitrate, and we are aiming at launching our product in early 2021. To do so, we are looking for 600,000 euro to fund the sales and production activities. At the moment, we are 4 team members, and we are planning to attract more personnel that focuses on sales and marketing. If you are interested in hearing more about our product and about our services, please feel free to contact me on my email, which is presented in this slide. We are located in Karlslunde, a little bit outside Copenhagen. With that, I would like to say thank you for listening and hope to hear from you.
Maria is a mother of 6. She is living in extreme poverty and struggling to invest in her children's future. She can't show her creditworthiness, prove her identity, get a job, or go to a bank. One day, her community is introduced to an app that unlocks community data. Now she has the opportunity to prove her identity, social collateral, creditworthiness, and loan eligibility. The app she was introduced to was Jammy1. Jammy1 is the tool she needs to invest in her children's future. Jammy1 is a digital, scalable solution to a massive problem. Wondering how you can contribute? Partner, invest, support to create more opportunities for women like Maria. One community to unlock the potential savings groups around the world. Jammy1.
I'm Charlotte, and I co-founded Jammy1 based on my experience working with microfinance in East Africa. What I realized was an amazing potential to unlock data in existing traditional savings communities and link these with banks. And that by providing values for NGOs, we could reach these communities without cost. So in less than 2 years, we did research in 4 African countries, developed our digital platform together with more than 600 women, gained more than 4,000 users, and now we partnered with 53 NGOs, the government of Ethiopia, to reach 100,000 users next year. Jammy1 is a financially sustainable, truly scalable digital solution to ending poverty. Thank you for listening.
Our ocean remain one of the most underexplored places known to humans, in fact, with dangerous implications. In order to make the right decision towards a sustainable future, we need more data, big data. However, marine research is usually very expensive and time-consuming.
But what if there was a way to activate the 500 million coastal tourists a year to accelerate the collection of ocean data by doing what they do best, jump in the water and share their experience? At Paralance, we develop underwater camera technology that enables you to capture and share your experiences together with the state of the life in the ocean. Very soon, we launch our third generation underwater camera, the Vaquita. It automatically logs crucial data like conductivity, temperature, depth, and location.
We have sold more than 10,000 cameras to core divers worldwide and continue to expand our presence in key markets. However, millions of people are visiting the ocean daily. We want to make our cameras accessible to all ocean lovers because a real change is a collective effort.
And that's why we are now rolling out a rental business model at key diving locations. This will create recurring revenue and scale both our customer audience and the collection of data.
For you, the user, it's simple. Register and pay directly on our app, grab a camera, and jump in the water. After returning the camera, your footage will be made available on your phone, ready to share.
Every dive creates a snapshot of the state of the ocean. By collecting these regularly and in large quantities, we help scientists monitor local marine ecosystems. By reaching our goal of setting up 3,000 rental kiosks by 2025, we turn data into big data.
Our impact is integrated in our business model. As our business grows, so does our impact. By 2025, we can reach a yearly revenue on 30 million euros and collect more than 2.7 million yearly sets of data. As we speak, we are signing up the first 100 rental points in Italy and Florida. In 1 week, we have signed the first 30. This is a strong validation of the interest.
In order to reach our target, we're looking to raise 5 million euro. To roll out 3,000 rental kiosks, to expand our marketing operations, and dive into the opportunities of AI.
Our team consists of 23 full-time employees. With all key hiring in place, our management team has experience from major companies.
We're in business to impact the future of our oceans through the power of millions of user-generated data.
Join us and make every dive count.
We have 10 years to reach the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and create a world that works for everyone. The next 10 years are the decade of accountability. In this pitch, we're going to introduce the solution to being accountable. The concept of accountability, as defined by the United Nations, includes being answerable for all decisions made. In other words, being responsible for making the best decisions. Have you ever stopped and wondered, am I making the best decision here? Maybe you run a business or a work team and, like the UN, you have accountability and are responsible for making the best business decisions. Do you worry about that? Do you ever ask yourself, how do I know this is the best decision? This is only a 7-minute pitch, so we can't go into too much detail about decision making. But one thing we can say with confidence is that if you are making the decisions on your own, they're not likely to be the best decisions. Why? The best decisions take into account the perspective of those of other genders, ages, and backgrounds. The next 10 years are going to be the decade of accountability. Accountability means making the best decisions. The best decisions are made with input from the widest range of people of different genders, ages, backgrounds. So, in conclusion, the most important thing for our planet, our businesses, and our futures is human interaction. Interacting with people from a range of different genders, ages, and backgrounds, and letting their ideas impact our decision making. This is a pitch about human interaction as a solution to being accountable. In a pre-COVID world, humanity understood events to be human interaction. In a mid-COVID world, Zoom technology took over, and it became clear that removing barriers of travel could expand networks, and when managed well, it became possible to interact with greater numbers of people from different genders, ages, and backgrounds, and their ideas began to impact decision-making. Our pitch is about what is missing in this new world, and what will become increasingly important during the decade of accountability: measurement and reporting. Event sustainability is a measurement and reporting system created for anyone accountable for human interaction in their businesses or projects. For example, you could be head of human resources, responsible for training your global workforce. Or you could be head of marketing, responsible for a product launch across your global customer database. There is already a lot of technology that exists to enable human interaction or to measure how much interaction is happening. I think we've all filled in those online survey polls. What does not exist is an online measurement and reporting system which allows you to measure and report the impact of the supply chain you're using, measure and report strategically in line with the Sustainable Development Goals, and measure and report in a way which tells the world the importance of human interaction and how human interaction is the solution to being accountable. There are 3 key benefits of the event sustainability system. Firstly, it allows you to engage with the supply chain you're using to make your human interaction happen. So whether you're bringing people together in one room or virtually connecting millions, your suppliers will be able to tell you their impacts. For example, how many hours of wellness breaks did the team bringing your virtual interaction to life have? This aligns with SDG 3. Or how much renewable energy did the venue use? This aligns with SDG 13. The second benefit of the event sustainability system is that it allows you to tailor your measurement and reporting approach so you can focus on the Sustainable Development Goals that are of the most importance to you. For example, what's the gender balance of the people presenting? This aligns with SDG 5. And then thirdly, the third key benefit of the event sustainability system is that it aligns with international standards for sustainability, in particular ISO 20012-1, and the United Nations wider strategy. We have a number of memorandums of understanding with different UN bodies. We know who our target market users are, heads of HR and heads of marketing for global companies with a focus on sustainability. We know we have the expertise and the network to continue to develop the product, including our memorandums of understanding with United Nations bodies such as UNFCCC, who were supporting to launch their own carbon measurement tool. However, of course, we have a gap between where we are and where we want to get to, and that's why we're doing this pitch. Our gap includes technical expertise to explore amalgamating this system with other technology platforms, and scalability expertise. We know there's a need for this product, and we know it could scale quickly. The final gap we have could also be an advantage. This system has been created by the passionate and fearless team at Positive Impact Events. We're a not-for-profit, which means all sales from our technology will enable us to spend further time on initiatives which could build the future of how human interaction happens. While we have been a startup company, we are not a startup tech company. In summary, the next 10 years is the decade of accountability. We understand accountability as making the best decision. And this isn't possible unless you're making that decision alongside others of different ages, genders, and backgrounds. In other words, accountability is only possible with human interaction. We have a measurement and reporting system suitable for anyone responsible for human interaction. And we know this will be a growing number of people. We're a not-for-profit with a globally recognized leadership reputation. Our gap is bringing our tried and tested idea to scale and creating a global impact. What's next? Well, we look forward to hearing from you with your ideas.
Waste Outlet is a digital business-to-business trading portal for valuable waste resources. Are you tired of calling and emailing potential buyers to get the right price for your materials? On Waste Outlet, you can easily list materials and let the buyers come to you. By joining, you get access to a network of buyers and sellers worldwide. To ensure safe trading with new partners, an optional escrow payment solution is available. As a buyer, it is easy and convenient to bid on materials, and your bids are always kept confidential. If you can't find what you're looking for, try setting up alerts and get notified once new materials are listed. You can take into consideration where the waste is located and what it will be used for, as well as CSR ratings and reviews. Discover the convenience and effectiveness of trading waste and recyclables online. Sign up for a free account today on wasteoutlet.com.
Hi, welcome. I'm Berit from company Waste Outlet in Denmark, and I'm here to tell you a bit about our waste trading platform. The world dumps 2.12 billion tons of waste every year, and the World Bank publishes we are on pace to triple waste by the next century. Prosperity and living standards are increasing worldwide, and if people across the world should have the same living standards as in Denmark, we would need natural resources from 3.5 globes. Therefore, in the future, more waste needs to be recycled and as secondary raw materials that can be used in new products in a circular economy. So far, we have exported many of our waste problems to China and other Far East countries that has now closed for imports of plastic and paper waste materials, leaving many companies facing problems finding new buyers, importers, and in the need of improving their network. So for this to happen, for the companies to be able to find each other, we created Waste Outlet. Today, actually, traditionally, the waste business is mainly a non-transparent market where business keep their network, contact, and prices to themselves, hoping to secure own future business. And trading is often still done by phone or email, imagine. So we created this network, this platform that has the potential, we think, to disrupt the way waste is traded. And our service will change the way trading is handled by giving access for all to a large international network, bringing more transparency and dynamic bidding to get better market prices and saving time and administration costs. We also help companies to find partners with the right capabilities in waste treatment and to know where the waste ends up and how it is treated. So our customers are municipalities, private companies, waste treatment plants, haulers, traders, etc. Our business model is that we charge a subscription fee, and the status is that Waste Outlet is live, and we have sellers and buyers already from most countries in Europe, and we have some from US and Asia signed up. The users represent many of the large European waste business. To ensure future growth and to further develop our business, we are now looking for investors and partners. Partners could be within transportation, handling of documentation, solutions for tracking and monitoring of quality. The team behind Waste Outlet, I'm the founder, but the team behind has many years of experience with web technology, marketing, and the waste business handling and trading. So that was a short introduction to Waste Outlet, and thank you for your time, and we really hope to hear from any partners or investors that could be interested in working with us. Thank you.
We all know the world is in trouble, from the ice caps melting in the Arctic to the raging fires in our forests. The
The environmental crisis we face as a society can often seem so large and overwhelming that it's hard to feel like our actions can make an impact. My name is Tegan, and I'm the founder of Worth More. Our mission has been to develop a platform that helps individuals make an impact with something they typically consider trash: their used smartphones. See, on average, a person has 2 or more devices lying in a drawer somewhere. You might be one of them. This does not seem like a problem at first. However, when everyone does this, the collective waste of resources is massive. For instance, in our launch market of Denmark alone, over 2.5 million phones are replaced each year, and less than 20% of those devices find their way into the secondhand market. To produce the 2 million phones wasting in people's drawers, it took over 10,000 kilograms of cobalt, a conflict mineral in the DRC. 45,000 kilograms of aluminum, a metal that is over 90% more efficient to recycle than it is to extract from the earth, and over 60 kilograms of gold, among many other valuable and even toxic elements. This is not the only waste of resources, however. It is a waste of money. In fact, based on our research, the average used smartphone is worth about 75 euros, and each year across Europe, over 150 million devices are replaced. We know the company that figures out how to capture these millions of devices will be immensely valuable as demand for these devices skyrocket. A survey completed by Pew Research in 2019 predicts the global market for used smartphones is forecast to grow in the next few years from less than $10 billion today to around $45 billion in the early to mid-2020s. This is primarily due to the fact that our phones have gotten much more expensive while becoming much less different. As a business, Worth More aims to take advantage of this trend and focus all of our energy on becoming the best place to sell your used technology to over the next 2 years, developing features to simplify the process and unique incentives to make it worth your time. We believe that while there are many ways to currently pass on your used device, if they were currently working, 80% of our devices would not be left out of the loop and sitting in our drawers today. Worth More aims to redefine the motivation for taking your phones out of the drawer from a purely financial objective to awareness and impact. We're the first and only company that focuses on showing users the impact they could make by taking the time to reintroduce their phones into the secondhand market. Over 90% of people surveyed agreed that as long as it was easy and transparent for them, they would donate their old phones to support initiatives to fight climate change and lead a more sustainable life. We make impact and money as a business by selling collected devices to our refurbishment and reselling partner, Replace Group. They responsibly reset, refurbish, and resell your used phones to developing markets around the world. Devices damaged beyond repair are responsibly parted and recycled at facilities in Norway. Replace Group currently handles over 100,000 phones per month, and they're the backbone of programs like Telia Recycle and Humax Buyback Program. Typically, we're able to collect about a 15 to 30% margin from each device we collect, resulting in approximately 15 euros in profit per device. As a reminder, there are over 150 million devices added to the market in the EU each year. Personally, I moved from Silicon Valley to Copenhagen in pursuit of happiness over 5 years ago. Before Worth More, I spent the last 5 years working with some of the best startups in Denmark. I think the Nordics are poised to develop into the home of the zebras, or hyper-successful companies driven by purpose and profit. And I look forward to being a part of the movement together with my team. Currently, our team consists of a diverse group of multi-talented internationals who help me every day bring this vision to life from our office in Copenhagen at Founders House. While we are an early-stage startup, we've already secured some amazing accomplishments, such as the launch of our MVP, being nominated for the top 5 best startups of 2020 by the SDG Tech Awards, winning the High Tech China Week pitch competition from Tech Barbecue, and closing official partnerships with some of Denmark's most reputable NGOs and organizations. Today, we're looking to close a round of 175,000 euros for a maximum of 10% of Worth More. This initial startup capital will, among other things, prepare us for a Series A investment and scaling to other major cities across Europe. If you're interested in our concept and think it's something you would like to try out, simply go over to worthmore.io and submit your device today. Thank you for taking the time to listen to us today. We are worth more, and so is your used phone.
Green mobility is built on three megatrends: the urbanization, sustainability, and sharing economy. As more and more people are moving into the big cities, we are also bringing along 1, 2, or even 3 cars, and naturally this adds to traffic, parking issues, noise, and of course pollution in the air. At Green Mobility, we've created a sustainable car sharing service using only electric vehicles and thereby enhancing the city environment. We've been in operations since 2016 and listed publicly since 2017. Today we operate our service across 3 countries in 6 cities in total. So here in Denmark, in Copenhagen and Aarhus. In Sweden, it's in Malmö and Gothenburg. And lastly, we've just launched in Antwerp and Ghent in Belgium. Across these cities, we operate a total of 900 EVs, all helping to improve city environment in these cities. And over time, we've saved more than 1,800 tons of CO2 by using pure zero-emission vehicles. Our service is convenient, it's on demand wherever you need it in the city, so only focusing on getting from point A to B, not worrying about cost for parking or even having the car. Today, more than 100,000 customers are using Green Mobility service across these cities. Cities across Europe have made clear goals on CO2 emissions, whether it's by 2025, 2030 or even later. But it's only recently that we've seen active change being done, putting in new measures to actually achieve these goals. Green Mobility service is helping to do exactly that. We are saving on CO2 emissions by driving purely EVs in the streets. And at the same time, it's a second goal, also reducing private cars. In order for us to have truly better city environments, we need to lower the current pollution levels, but also to change mobility patterns in the city altogether. So mobility should be a combination of several things, but ideally without private cars in the cities. By reducing those or removing them entirely, we can not only improve the environment, but we can also make it much easier, much faster to get around the city. These are top priorities for cities and politicians all around Europe, and Green Mobility has shown clear results in solving both of these. We can show clear tractions on saving CO2, but we have also measured that more than 4 people for every shared car are selling private cars. So we are reducing private cars, but we are helping to improve the city life in European cities.
Using Green Mobility is as easy as using a smartphone. Simply install our app. In there you will find all our cars readily available on the street. So you simply choose the nearest car, you reserve it, and once you get to the car, you unlock it and you drive to wherever you're going. Once there, you simply lock it again and you're done. So you're only paying for the minutes that you're actually using the car. All other costs are taken care of. But of course we have different needs, we have different desires to where we're going and how long we're driving. So you can choose either to have a pay by the minute, where you are paying as you go along, or choose from a variety of different packages. It could be from a few hours up to 7 days if you need to go away to the countryside or something else. Green Mobility has now proven profitability in Copenhagen, our first city, and is ready to scale into many more European cities. So the learnings, the business model, the platform that we've built and use here in Copenhagen can now easily be replicated to new cities. We already operate in additional 5 cities and much more cities are on their way. When we look across Europe, We are looking at cities with a minimum of 250,000 inhabitants, which in itself is an improvement. When we started Green Mobility, we were primarily looking at cities with 1 million or more. But now, through the efficiency and developments of our platform, we can go into cities as small as 250,000. That gives us the opportunity of entering up to 162 cities in Europe. So the market opportunities are vast for us. There are essentially no stopping us. We've been around talking to politicians, city councils around Europe, and more than 35 of these are welcoming us because we have a solution that they are looking for to improve the environment in their city. So Green Mobility is ready to scale and, of course, bring the profitability level that we've shown in Copenhagen to all our other cities. In Green Mobility, we are immensely proud of the results that we've achieved in just 4 years. From starting humbly here in Copenhagen, we are now with more than 100,000 customers in 6 cities across 3 countries. We're looking forward to much more growth, and we hope that you will support us on our way. Thank you for watching.